Initiation to faith. Unclog the ears of the deaf and the stammerers. In the void of the inner senses. Mark 7:31-37. Welcome to our Gospel Commentary channel, to discover yourself. Today we delve deeper into the meaning of listening and proclamation, in the journey of faith. For a more complete overview of our human, cultural and spiritual proposal, we suggest you visit the website duevi.art. duevi.art. The background of the Gospel passage is the theme of initiation into the faith, which affects the inner senses which risk being extinguished. Even every believer in fact runs the risk of weakening perception, limiting vital energy, drastically reducing the relationship with profound reality and the horizon of his path. EFFATHA was a globally expressive liturgical formula used by the early churches in baptism. Jesus' unlikely itinerary, verse 31, almost suggests his reluctance to turn back, rather staying among pagans. Why? He realizes that the distant ones seem less deaf to the word of God than the people of Israel. They still have a lively conscience. The followers do not expose authentic messages. They appear intimate, but despite appearances they still do not know how to listen. This is because the ears of some of them are open only to cunning. They must be uncorked without too many compliments. In fact, Jesus' action is violent, verse 33 Greek text. The apostles believed that the treasury of God was exclusively intended for the insiders, not to the people. But the young rabbi does not want the disciple to resign himself, to withdraw, to become attached to his illness. A careless and meaningless life condition, from which the godfathers of baptism would like to emancipate us, verse 32. They are the true collaborators of the Messiah, who bring him a deaf, not mute, but stutterer. Christ then takes us out, apart, verse 33. He wants to separate us from the way of reasoning around us, to detach us from the indiscriminate objectives. Open yourself. Open yourself. It remains the pressing invitation to open up new paths, to untie dialogue, to be concrete and respectful, to question life, enriching ourselves and others. The only great miracle is to open each person to perception and communication, prolonging the creative action. Because by seeking the truth in deep listening, one no longer stammers. In Semitic culture, the saliva, verse 33, and having spat, he touched his tongue. It was considered condensed breath. Image of the same spirit that frees from alienations. Of course, not from outside. Evangelization must also be configured in this context, in solidarity with the implementation, and committed to the processes from inside. Thus we will live fluently, and proclaim the good news in favor of our happiness, finding unexpected solutions. Unfortunately, the closest disciples continued to want to preach the Son of Man as that Messiah they were expecting, verse 36. But that way they turned a blind eye and tied their tongues, shrinking soul, spirit, and hands. In baptism, on the contrary, the Master and Lord enables us to listen to the word, which becomes an event, so that we can make what is proclaimed resonate with others. Through this unseal we have been constituted believers and prophets. We used to stutter. The attitude of the Son? Opening the soul to the world. And the mission of the Church is not to decide everything, but rather to make people hear and speak, without the a priori of useless references. Opening up remains our decisive vocation. Mark 7:31-37. Thank you all for your kind attention. We invite you to subscribe to the channel, to stay updated on our activities. If you liked it, leave a well done to support us. Subscribe, give your precious like, comment and share with your friends. Thanks, see you soon.